Let us start with the important definitions in the statute, that is the right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013. The first important definition in this act is public purposes. What is meant by public purposes? The following are examples of public purposes of land acquisition in India as defined by Section 2, subsection 1 of the Act. For any work essential to the national security, defense or safety of the people, or for strategic reasons pertaining to the navy, military, air force and armed forces of the state, including central paramilitary forces, or for infrastructure projects such as those listed below, especially all actions or things mentioned in the notice issued by the Government of India's Department of Economic Affairs, Infrastructure Section, number 13/6/2009 INF, dated March 27, 2012, with the exception of private hospital, private schools and private lodging. Secondly, projects which involve agro-processing, the provision of agriculture inputs, warehousing, cold storage facilities, and marketing infrastructure for agriculture and related industries like dairy, fishery, and meat processing, established or owned by the relevant government, a farmers' cooperative, or an institution established by statute. Thirdly, a plan for mining operation of industrial corridor as well as National Investment and Manufacturing Zone as specified in the National Manufacturing Policy, a project to provide sanitary facility and water harvesting building, a project of institution or program for education and research that are run or supported by the government, a project for support, healthcare, tourism and space program transportation, any infrastructural facility that the central government may notify in this respect after notifying Parliament of the notification. Now, an initiative for families where are impacted by the project, housing project or any income group that the relevant government may from time to time specify. The supply of land for residential uses for the weaker sections in rural and urban regions, or a planned development project, or the development of village areas, or any place in urban areas, project for residential purposes to the poor or landless, or to those living in disaster-prone region, or to people who have been displaced or otherwise impacted by execution of the project and conducted by the government and local authority or a company owned or managed by the state. The cooperation of the landowner is not necessary when the government announces a public purpose and immediately controls the land. However, before using its authority under the Act to acquire the remaining land for the public good, the government must first obtain the consent of at least 80% of the project's affected families through its informed process. In case of public-private project, the last 70% of affected family must also consent to the acquisition process. The Act contains a provision of quick land acquisition. The urgency clause may also be used in case of catastrophes or natural disaster affecting national defense, security, or the rehabilitation of those impacted. So this is the definition of public purposes. Thank you.